Welcome everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you for coming. Hope you're all doing okay. It's been glorious weather here in the UK. The only night I wasn't able to sleep was the day it was supposedly 30 degrees and it was really still that night to go to bed, so it was about 2 a.m. before I dropped off. And there's no air conditioning in England, so I was really suffering. So anyway, I've said to Mum that next time there's another still night like that, then I'll take the fan to bed, because she's got a fan in her craft room where I am now. So the weather's been really nice, and most days there's been a nice breeze, which has picked up to a bit of a wind this afternoon. I think today it's supposed to be about 25, 26. It feels about 23 maybe, but the wind is quite cool, which I really like. I've managed to stay in my shorts and t-shirt, which in the first week I was here I couldn't do, it was too cold. But slowly I'm getting warmed up because the weather's really nice and warm now. We're supposed to have rain next week, but they said that last week and we didn't get any. Yeah, anyway, I'm here to check in with my June check-in. I'm going to use the red pen. So I think I left you maybe this week. So I think I said Mum was going to have a cataract surgery, which she had on the 22nd. She did really well. She doesn't like the fact she's got to have an eye patch on at night for the first 2 weeks. She doesn't like that she can't do anything, although she's ignored most of that advice. And I have to remind her that she's not supposed to do much for the first couple of weeks. She's having eye drops for 3 weeks and they're starting to sting, she said, which doesn't sound very nice, but we've got an alarm on the phone and we get them done most days. So Monday, Tuesday, I think we stayed home, so I can actually officially say that was a no spend, because we didn't really go out because Mum was not up to it. So I can write definitely no spend there. I took Mum to Sainsbury's on Wednesday, which I think I did say, and my storage locker came out, and that's gone up from 219 to 250 a month, so that first payment came out. My mortgage came out on Thursday as planned, and the interest was slightly less, 67.59, which is good. I think the tax rebate has made a difference there, because the fortnight before it was $70.63, so that was good. I don't think we went out. It's really hard. I think we go somewhere most days. So today, for instance, we haven't been out, but I drove my mum and her husband to the podiatrist for him, and then Mum and I just quickly walked up to the Super Saver or Savers maybe. It's like the Chemist Warehouse in New Zealand. It's where cheap toiletries and things, so we got some things from there. I went and had a bowing therapy session, which was £50. My back is still really sore. I'm not sure if it's made any difference, but apparently you need to let it go 3 weeks. So I think my next appointment is the 9th of July, so I've got a fortnight. But the pain now has moved to the other side of my back, lower back, and I tweaked it yesterday, which wasn't good. Yeah, so anyway, I'm talking about 2 weeks at once, aren't I? I'm confusing myself. Anyway, let's carry on here. So bowing therapy on the Friday, YouTube came out. Saturday, my mum went to my sister's and had a break, and I did a 5-mile walk up to a river we used to swim in as kids. I've done some filming for it and I've still got to edit it, so I'm thinking I might put it up. It doesn't have much to do with cash stuffing, but it is part of my journey. I was quite shocked to see the state of the river. You can't get to the river. It's so overgrown and unkept and very shallow. There's no way to swim in it. It's like an inch deep. And apparently it floods in the winter. I met a couple of farmers who are quite frustrated because they are custodials of the part of the river that's on their land, but they're not allowed to touch anything unless they get licenses from the council, which then becomes really expensive. So yeah, So anyway, that was Saturday. Sunday, I went to my brother's for a barbecue, which was really nice. On Monday, I did my CV. Now, did we go out? I think that was a no spend because Mum was absolutely shattered. She'd been at my sister's on the Saturday and my brother's on the Sunday all day, and she was absolutely shattered on Monday. So that's that. And so that brings us to the end of June. I think most days I've spent something, unless we haven't got out, but I'm going to start looking at my no spends and keeping more of a track of my cash. So that's the month rounded up. I had $2,268.18 come in for the month. That was my other income, mostly an IRD refund. Okay, so looking at this, I had supposedly $2,079.20 rent supposed to come in. Excuse me. But $1,621.82 actually came in. So the agent that was looking after the house that I actually asked to change actually went in without me knowing to hand over the house to the tenant, and then decided without my permission that she would spend $58 on cleaning my bins when I was actually still in the country and still up the road, and had actually organised my neighbours to empty the bins. But apparently, no, that wasn't good enough. Anyway, I've spoken to the agency who have apologised but not offered me a refund and said that she's long gone. Not good enough really, but I've just let that go. So yeah, so hopefully next month I might see a bit more closer to this payment. So I lost probably a week's rent. My wages, there was nothing budgeted, and again that was a bit low, 583.04 cents. Because they took out 2 days leave of what I had left, which is, I've also come to terms with that. It's really interesting. It's been quite triggering for me having that money go out without my knowledge and stuff, but I've slowly just decided to let it go. Nothing I can do about it. And then the tax and refunds and things was $2,268.18. So my total income last month was, because it's the 2nd of July now, was $4,473.04, which was brilliant. My expected was half of that, $2,079.20, which was the rent, so that was good. Bills coming out were the planned bills. I also had a power bill come out, but then that was refunded. My phone bill, there was extra on that. My internet came out, which was less than I expected. I've signed up to Spotify because I feel that listening to 60s, 70s and 80s music is not quite enough for me. I'm into my heavy metal and I listen to anything really. But yeah, so I've invested in Spotify and my phone. Oh, so I've done that twice. Oh, bonus. I've made a mistake. So everything is less this at the end, so I can add on at the end there. That's great. I'll need a piece of paper though. So yeah, so that's my spending for the month. So my spending was planned at $1,963.93, but actually came to $2,124.36. So a lot of these have now gone, and maybe that 34 is almost what I got charged for the bins to be cleaned. I've done no cash stuffing because I've not earned any money, so that rolled that over. And then the insurance and the rates are being put up. I'm not putting them aside, I'm leaving them in the same account, but I'm going to put them through my budget. So what I ended up with was $1,668.68. I thought it was weird at the time. So I'm going to actually roll that over and take it into my budget next month, because I could pay off some debt with that, but I think that because I haven't yet got a job and I'm only just going to be starting the process this month, I'm going to leave that there as some extra income. So some of the things I'm getting used to is trying to take some time off, which has been impossible. But I am taking some time out to myself, and I did take that walk on Saturday, which was nice. I did a little bit of conversion at the beginning, which I think you've seen. So the thing I need to talk about is my English money. So when I arrived, I had £1,000. I'd allocated some into my binder, which is here, which I've just realised is broken, one of them. Ugh. Anyway, and so in June, on different bits and bobs, I spent £391.20. So that left me with £608.80. So I had left in my purse, I think I'm reading off this piece of paper that I've done a bit on. So I've still got the £50 I put in the bank, which is there. And let's see the rest. So my birthdays haven't been stuffed. That hasn't been changed. Hobbies. Now, what's left in hobbies? 60. So I've spent $40 out of hobbies, which I think was last month. Well, at the beginning of June, when I bought the camera stand that I'm using. Beauty, I have nothing left in because I used it for the hairdressers, and then the £5 that was left ended up in my purse and got spent. Clothes is a broken envelope, but I took the clothes money out with me yesterday to Hereford. When I took my mum to Hereford yesterday, and she had an appointment with the respiratory clinic because of all of her pneumonias and things. And so she's facing now a couple of procedures with her lungs as well as her eyes, so she's a bit stressed. But hopefully we can get her lungs sorted. So I have left from that. So I had £30 already in my purse. So that can go back in my purse. So from the $100 I took out yesterday for clothes, and I also bought a battery charger for my phone and a phone cover case. Oh, I could have shown it to you if I knew where it was. I took it off and it should be here, right in front of me. But I don't know where it's gone. It's vanished. It's you know, pretty glitzy, glittery one. Yeah. Oh, it's vanished. Anyway, so from that $100, I've got 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, £7 and 25. £7.25. So £17.25. No, £27 and 25 cents left. So doing quick maths. 3 and so 60. I spent £63.75. So I bought a battery charger pack, which was $34.99. The case was £10. I bought 2 nighties, one night shirt, which was £9. Shorts and t-shirts for wearing to bed was £9, and a bag for £2.50 because I had no bag in my purse to reuse. So I've got a Lilo and Stitch bag, which is cute. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that $7.25 back in my purse because I need change for parking. You have to pay for parking everywhere. I'm going to leave the £30 in my purse, and I'm just going to put the £20 back into clothes, but my envelope has lost its thing, so I'll do that later. So I'm going to put £80 spent here and £20 left, and that was on the 1st of July. That was yesterday. Okay, Christmas is still the same. It's got £50. Holiday fund. Now this has got 260 in it. I will use £50 for my Bowen therapy next week. I've also got a hair appointment, which is 80. So I'm going to need to take 120 out of there. So that'll leave a little bit left. Debt is the same, and my emergency fund has £50 in it still, which is good. So that's doing well. So I think for a month of trying not to spend too much. I've done quite well. It is extremely expensive to eat out here. So I went and had a cup of tea with no milk or sugar yesterday. So just a black tea and a toasted tea cake was £6.70, which doesn't sound very much, but I'm not earning, and so it's too much. So I'm going to need to change that. So let's move to, and this is my tracker. Isn't that looking good? I didn't spend too much at all, did I, compared to my usual? What was my last month's tracking? Look at that. That was just before I moved on getting money and stuff. There was a few pluses in there, but that's looking much better. So my goal this month is to find a job. And here is July. So far I've not spent anything in July other than yesterday, which I shall write down. So my budget. So my rent expectation is $2,079.20, and then I'm rolling over 1,668. My normal things going out: mortgage and phone, storage, iCloud, YouTube and Spotify. So these three will start to look at cancelling Spotify and YouTube if I need to. And iCloud, I don't know what to do about that because I can't keep my photos on the cloud if I don't pay for the storage. I then got my insurance and my rates. So let's hope that July I see a bit more rent coming in. So they're going to be paying me twice a month on the 15th and 30th, which will be good to see the next statement. Oh, there's the thing that's broken off my clothing one. And what else we got in here? Nothing. So that's my check-in. So it's going well. I've decided that I'm going to be looking for a job. I did apply to go on the bank at the hospital, and basically because I haven't worked in a UK hospital for 6 months over the last 2 years, they won't even consider me. So I have 43 years as working as a mental health nurse and therapist, as a cognitive behaviour therapist, for 15, 16 years as a private therapist. And no, apparently I need 6 months working on a ward in the UK in the last 2 years. So over the next few days, I'm going to be researching agencies and get myself signed up for some agency work and basically just work all around and hope by the end of July I have some work. And my mum is going to help me out with paying to go to Japan for October. I just need the flight money really, because my son will always owe me money when I pay a student loan in New Zealand. So yeah, I'm doing okay. Mood's up and down. I think once I've got a job, I'll feel a bit better. And once mum's health's a bit better, I'll feel better too, because that's really, it's really hard to say. It's not stressful and I'm not worried, but I think it's in the back of my mind that she's getting older and I'm glad I'm here. And yes, and we've started on clearing out her craft room, which has been quite hard. And I absolutely get it, because you want to keep every single piece of paper. But I think when there's two of you sorting out the craft room, it's easier. Anyway, I shall go. I am going to the WI tonight to do silk painting. My sister belongs to a WI locally and I'm taking mum, so apparently I'm joining in too. So it'll be interesting and I'll let you know how it goes. And I'm hoping to get some vlog stuff done soon, but it's just been so busy. So I apologise for that. But yeah, hopefully listening to me will be enough of an update for you. All right, now I'll see you later. Bye.